तर मेनली ते लोक जास्त त्याला डिटेल्स मध्ये करतात. आपलं काम एवढंच आहे की एसक्यूएल मधून डेटा फेच करायचा आहे. तो डेटा एंड ऑफ द डे आपल्याला कन्वर्ट करायचा आहे पांडाज मध्ये. आणि तुम्हाला एवढा डेटा फेच करता आला पाहिजे जेवढा आपल्याला रिक्वायर्ड आहे. राईट. जसं की एक 5 ते 6 टेबल्स आहेत. तर त्या टेबल्स पैकी तुम्ही किती, आपल्याला एकच टेबल गरजेचं आहे. तर एक टेबल घेतला, पांडाज मध्ये कन्वर्ट केला, फिनिश. नंतर तुम्हाला पुढची प्रोसिजर माहिती. ओके. ओके. तर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. ऍक्च्युली हा जो टॉपिक आहे, हा टॉपिक जर तुम्ही इंटरेस्टिंग केला तर असं समजू शकता की तुमचा जो इंटरेस्ट आहे या AI मध्ये किंवा डेटा सायन्स, डेटा अनालिसिस मध्ये, तर तुम्हाला तो इंटरेस्ट अजून जास्त आवडू शकतो किंवा असं म्हणू शकता की तुम्ही तुम्ही एक एक्सपर्ट होऊ शकता जर तुम्हाला ही गोष्ट माहित आहे. कोणत्या? स्टॅट्स. तर एंड ऑफ द डे आपल्याला काय यूज करायचं आहे? मॅथमॅटिक्स. राईट. तर ते मॅथमॅटिक्स काही हार्ड नाहीये, इझी मॅथमॅटिक्स आहे. फक्त तुम्हाला माहित असलं पाहिजे की हे मॅथमॅटिक्स वर्क कसं करत आहे त्याच्यामध्ये. राईट. ओके. तुम्ही नोटबुक काही आणली आहे का? लॅपटॉपची गरज नाही पडणार तुम्हाला त्यासाठी सध्या तरी. जेव्हा प्रॅक्टिकल्स करणार आहोत तेव्हा मी सांगेन तुम्हाला. बंद करून ठेवू शकता तुम्ही. स्वतःचे नोट्स करायचे आहेत सर्वजण. तुम्हाला ज्या लँग्वेज मध्ये समजेल त्या लँग्वेज मध्ये तुम्ही हे नोट्स लिहून घ्यायचे आहेत. राईट. Okay. Now let us start. First of all, what we are going to learn? Stats, otherwise statistics. Now here we are going to learn two types of stats. First of all, it is mainly used for the business and there is another thing whichever we are mainly going to use all these complete stats for the data science. Okay. Now for the data analyst, you are going to use only business stats. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you both things for the data analyst and for the data science. Okay. If tomorrow you want to change your decision that I want to learn data science, So definitely you will like be able to learn data science algorithm. You don't have to need again learn that stats topic. Okay. So I'm going to teach you this stats topic here. Now, why stats is important? Tell me. Do you have any idea why stats is needed for the data analyst, for the data scientist, for accurate output? Hmm, no, not like that way.
Accurate comparison.
Don't use stats. What will happen? Not perfect answer. Hmm? First word. No. Because understand that whenever you have to derive anything, if you have to derive any algorithm, remember that you have to derive any algorithm. End of the day, back end of that algorithm is mathematics. That means there are some formulas, right? So you have to use that formulas to take that conclusion, to come at that specific conclusion, right? So mainly whatever you are learning in the AI, that is the mathematics. Inside the backend, there is mathematics used for it. Okay. So inside the statistics, first of all, we are going to learn the definition of a stats. Okay. We will write down the definition of a stats. Okay. So first of all, write down definition is statistics is the science of statistics is the science of collecting, remember these words, collecting, organizing, and analyzing data. If anyone going to ask you question that, can you tell me what is the stats? So you can simply write down these three important words inside your stats. That is, that is the statistics. Is the science, right? Is the science of collecting. That means we are collecting data from any source, but somehow we have to collect a data, right? And after that collection of that data, we have to organize that data in proper manner way inside the rows, inside the columns, right? We have to match that data with that specific columns, right? That is the collecting and organizing. And then analyzing means to find out insights from that data set, right? That is nothing but stats. Okay, so remember that you have to focus on mainly three these words: collect, organize, and analyze. So this is the basic definition of your statistics. Okay. Now, after this, there is important topic. What is data? Do you have any answer? What is data? What is data? No. Hmm? What is simple data? Remember that whatever you see from your eyes ahead of you, that is data, right? So simple definition of data is facts, facts or pieces of information. Facts. Now what is fact? What is fact? Fact means whatever will be your assumption, right? Remember that there is a one story that there are three students playing chess. What is data here? Three students. Three is the data, right? Three students is data, right? That is a fact, and it is a piece of information. Piece means there are different types of piece. Pieces means we are collecting multiple pieces. Now one student, two student, three students. These are the piece, right? That is the simple definition of data. Data is nothing but facts or pieces of information. Okay, complete. Now, inside the stats, we are going to learn the two types of stats. Okay, types of stats. Now, here we are mainly going to learn the two different types of stats. First one is descriptive stats. Which one? Descriptive. That things which can be described. Okay. And second is inferential stats. Inferential stats. Okay. Okay. Now, first of all, we are going to mainly focus on this descriptive stats. Okay. So now we will write down the definition of this descriptive stats. Now write down the definition for descriptive stats. That is, it consists of organizing and summarizing data. Meaning of this, that means we can organize this data and summarize data. Okay, that means whichever we can think, otherwise we can describe, right? Now let us take few more examples of this. Okay, now what is meaning of this organizing and summarizing? That data we can organize, that data we can organize in specific order. Now let us take examples of this. Now which type? Now let us say that we have to get the mean of a data, that is descriptive stats. Mean, median, mode. That means we can do all these types of tasks with the help of this data, descriptive data. Okay, now here inside this, where there are the different types of distributions. Okay, now distributions means you can check the distribution of that data. Now let us say that I have a data like a, otherwise there is a person who is having the, first of all, this is graph. Okay, now inside this graph, now this is the person, otherwise let us say that this is the one number, two, three, four, five. let us say that these are your roll numbers. Okay, now roll number 1 having the marks of uh, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, now roll number 1 is having 60 marks, right? So I will draw data like this. Roll number 2 having 70 marks. So that data we can describe here, right? It is possible to describe in the distribution. Now this is the distribution. Distribution means now we are checking that what is the data distributed, like this way, like this way. Now we are going to learn that topic in details after some time. Okay, so we can write down that this is first, second, and third point. That is the, here we are going to learn the different types of distributions. Okay, different types of distributions of data. Now here, which types of distribution we are going to look? Imagine that histogram, PDF function, PMF function, PDF, probability density, probability mass. Okay. Hmm? Density function and mass. Okay. Now that topic also we are going to learn in details. Okay. Just we are taking the description of which types of descriptive stats is. Okay. So mainly these 3 points are comes under our descriptive stats. Now remember that inside the name of dis, dis, descriptive, that means we can describe. Okay, the things we can describe, right? Now this one is completed, descriptive stats. Now second one is inferential stats. So we are going to write down the definition of this is, it consists of data that you have measured measured to form measured to form a conclusion. Now what is meaning of this? Now look at here. Now look at here, what is the meaning of this? It consists of data you have measured to form a conclusion, that we have to form a something conclusion. Now for this, let us take the example. Now after within a month, now there are the elections in India, right? So there are some news channels, so they show you news like the exit poll is showing that this party is going to come in the 2024. So how these things are calculated? They have taken the elections? No. Now they have taken some samples. Okay, they have taken some samples. Now what is meaning of these samples? Now imagine that. Okay, now this is our India. Okay, this is our complete India. From this India, they have taken the samples from 100 people from the different types of areas, right? Okay, from that samples, they have come to one conclusion that this is going to be happen. Okay, now this is going to be happen. Now this is the simple basic one sample, and this is your entire population, right? Now I will again draw this diagram. I will take only few people sample, and from that samples to I will come to one conclusion that that is entire population. From entire this population, I am taking only this much of sample, right? Now that means from the samples we are going to find some conclusion that this part is going to be a next in India, right? So that conclusion we are from taking this form after this sample of data, right? And this is nothing but inferential stats. Now inside this, what we are going to do to find out conclusion? If we have to find conclusion, so how we are going to take this conclusion? For that we are going to use hypothesis testing. We directly don't get this data as it is and we apply that this part is going to come. No, that never happens. There we have to add some bias part, right? There is the possibility that if I am taking that sample from here, there are the possibilities that all these people are maybe from same party, right? So there may be bias. So I have to add some bias there, right? So that means we have to take some hypothesis testing. Now, which types of hypothesis testing we are going to do? First one is we have to learn these types of tests. So Z test, T test, then chi square test, and after this ANOVA test, and last one is F test. Now we are going to learn all these types of tests here to form a conclusion. Okay, complete till here. Okay, ANOVA test, F test, F. Okay, now I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay, now write down your question that now let us say that let us there there are 20 classes 20 classes in your college. Okay, now uh, and you have collected you have collected the height the height of students in the class. Okay, now their heights are as like this. Now there is a 175, 180, 140, 135, 160, 170. All these heights are in centimeters. Okay. Now, from that question, you may get the two types of questions. From this data, you will get the two types of questions. Okay. Now, first one is from the descriptive. Now, descriptive question will be looking like, what is the height? What is the average height? What is the average height of the students in the classroom? Okay, that means we are going to take the mean of this height, right? Mean of this height. Now there will be near around 160 centimeter of mean, right? Now this is the descriptive stats question. That means we can describe this height. Okay. Now another question from same that data, that is from the inferential. Now question is, are the height of the students in the classroom similar to what you have expected in the college? Now first of all tell me, what is meaning of this question? Read it again. नाही. कोणते स्टुडंट जे आहेत असे होते ते आपल्याला कॉलेजमध्ये पाहिजे. राईट. That means the students of the height, students in the classroom, first of all, students in the classroom is similar to what you have expected in college. That means whatever you are having now height, that similar to what you have expected that whenever you are going to college. That means remember that तुम्ही जेव्हा एखाद्या कॉलेजमध्ये जाता, तर ते कॉलेजमध्ये गेल्यावर ते एक्सपेक्ट ठेवता की माझी हाईट कॉलेजमध्ये असताना एवढी होईल, राईट का नाही? स्कूलमध्ये असताना एवढी, कॉलेजमध्ये एवढी, लग्नानंतर एवढी, राईट? तर हे कन्फ्युजन असतं की एवढी असू असते, तर ते आपल्याला इथे फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे किंवा हे त्याचं कन्क्लुजन काढायचं आहे. तर इथे बघा, इथे तुमचा जो सॅम्पल डेटा आहे, सॅम्पल म्हणजे तुमचा क्लासरूम मधला डेटा, हा तुमचा कोणता डेटा आहे? सॅम्पलचा, राईट? आणि तुमचा पॉप्युलेशनचा डेटा कोणता असणार आहे? कॉलेजचा डेटा. एंटायर कॉलेज डेटा इज युअर, कारण एंटायर कॉलेज इज पॉप्युलेशन, वन क्लासरूम इज अ सॅम्पल, राईट. कळत आहे का? ओके, ग्रेट. नाउ whenever there will be any question, that question are going to be classified in the two types. First one is descriptive, that means we have to find out some we have to find out some solution, otherwise some specific answer in a numeric, otherwise we have to tell some conclusion that this is going to be happen, this may be happen, right. Now after this, uh, what we are going to learn that, okay, now I will explain you again that topic of this inferential stat. Now, do you remember that what I have told you that from this is my entire data, okay? This is my entire data. That means this is my population, right? From this population, I'm taking few samples, right? These are your samples, right. From these samples you are going to take one conclusion, right. So you can write down that this is my sample, otherwise my sample size is equal to 500. That means from this area I am taking the sample of 500 number, from this 500, so that is my sample size, okay. Now I hope that you have idea of how that sample counts and how population counts. Population means entire, sample means specific, right. Now this is the sample. Now after this we are going to learn the topic of types of data, okay. We have to learn the types of data. Okay, now for this we are going to draw one diagram. Okay, now here now here let us say that this is my data, okay. Now this data is mainly classified into two types, okay. This is mainly classified in two types. Now first one that we are going to learn, that is quantitative data. Quantitative data. Now what is meaning of this quantitative data? That we measure in a quantities, that measure we in a quantities. Now this is a water, this is 100 ml of water, your weight 60 kg is your weight, that is in a form of quantity. That means this data we can do the uh, numeric values, we can say that these are nothing but your numeric values, right. Now these things can we do the plus, plus, minus, multiplication, right. All these types of operation we can do with this quantitative data, right. This is your first type, that is quantitative data, and another that is qualitative data. Qualitative data. Okay, now tell me what is meaning of quality. Hmm? What? Quality means what? Good, bad, right? And these are known as categorical data, right? Right? This come under the categories good, bad, best, right, wrong, all these types of quality, right? Now here these are the mainly two types of data. Okay. Now this again divides into two parts. Okay. Now this is firstly going to be in the form of discrete. Okay. Now first of all we will write down the types, then we will get in detail. Okay. Now first one is discrete and another one is continuous. Okay. Now let us learn what is meaning of this discrete. Discrete means first of all it is going to be in a always in a whole numbers. Whole numbers means whole numbers within some range. Now what is the meaning of whole numbers? Tell me. 0 to all. Okay, but again, what is whole number? In details, whole number definition. Okay, now a number without fraction, simple and integer. Now tell me what is integer. There is a name, whole, that means entire, complete number. It should be a complete number. Simple, whole, yes, yes. Simple, it is a whole numbers within some range. Now, second one from this, otherwise we can say that example. Now let us take some examples. Uh, Same example, number of bank account, number of bank accounts. How many numbers of do you have bank account? 10, 12. Number of bank account. How much do you have accounts in a bank? Rajat having 12 bank accounts. He is a businessman. Okay, great, Rajat. Now your answer will be like something like a 1, 5, 2, right? Complete number. Otherwise, you can say that your age, okay, age, but there is some, yeah, some people say that I have 2.5 years of age, okay. Number of family members, perfect example, number of family members, okay, okay. Otherwise, number of, now this is completed. Discrete means whole, okay. Now it is under that, understand that continuous. Now tell me what is the meaning of continuous. Any value, any value. Now what is meaning of this any values? That is your weights, your heights, speed, simple, continuous data, simple, any value. Now again here, now look at here, we are completed just a quantitative data. Now there is remaining qualitative data. Now inside the qualitative, now there are again the two types of categories, okay. Now first one from this is your ordinal data, okay, ordinal data. Now let us look at this ordinal data. Now inside the ordinal data, now there are the ranks. What? Now tell me what is meaning of rank, ranks, right? Otherwise, good, better, best, good, better, best. These are the ranks, right? And this is your ordinal data. Okay. Now another category from this is nominal data. Nominal data. Okay. Now what is this nominal data? Now look at here. Inside the ordinal, we can do the comparison. Tell me, can we do the comparison? Yes, because they are having the good, better, best. That is the comparison, that he is the best than you. That is comparison is going there, right? But inside the nominal data, we can't do the comparison because let us say that there is the category of gender. Now inside the gender, there is the male and a female. Can we say that males are the greater than female? Otherwise, females are the greater than males. We can't do the comparison here, right? So this is your nominal data. Which one? Nominal. Otherwise, another example is your blood group. Can we say that your blood group is good and my blood group is best, worst, right? We can't do the comparison here, right? Now again, third one, color. Now tell me, inside the color, can we do the comparison of color of hair? Let us say your hair are white and my hair are black. Your hair are the brown and my hair are the blue. Can we do the comparison that your is the best and mine is the worst? No, right? So these are the things inside your data. Okay, this is the tree of your data. Now look at this, how beautiful it is looking. This you can upload this tree on your LinkedIn. Okay, first of all, write down all this. Now tell me, stats is interesting or not? Just remember that, do the revision of all this, do the perfect all these things, because there is nothing any hard thing. Tell me, we are learning anything new? Already these are the topics of your basic school level topics, right? Okay, after this, again we are going to learn some few interesting topics inside the stats. Okay, just do all the revision of whatever we are learning here. Okay, there is nothing anything hard inside the stats.